Hey, what's happening, man? This that motherfucking nigga Plies, dog, the most anticipated nigga in the motherfucking streets, homie. And right now, the pleasure all mine to be rocking and fucking with one of the realest motherfuckers foundations from the ground up, homie. And that's the motherfucking big homies, man. Source.com.
What's up, Plies?
What's happening, big homie? Pleasure all mine, man. How you doing?
Nothing, man. You the man of the motherfucking hour. What up?
I'm just coolin', man. Right now, man, trying to continue my grind, homie, and get to this sack of money, man.
What? Yeah, your name been ringing bells throughout New York City the past couple of days. What brings you up north?
Up here, man, trying to make sure I set myself up for the best possible debut situation that I can have in terms of August the 7th, when the Real Testament come out my album. So right now, man, it's important for me, man, to get around a lot of the people that I feel like may have heard about my situation, but couldn't put the face to it. So I think it was important for me to come up top.
Yeah, I heard you was on the K-Slay show with the homie True Rap. Did they have you rapping up there?
Nah, I was up. Anytime I'm in New York, man, I had an opportunity to meet K-Slay a little while ago on one of my trips up top, man, and we sat down and chopped it up for a minute and shared a lot of the same views, man, especially about the homies being incarcerated and all that. So anytime I'm in town, man, I try to get through that, man, and make sure, I salute the big homie. So that was last night, was what that situation was all about.
Well, speaking of incarcerated, I heard you about to revolutionize the game with this prison tour you got coming up.
Got a real big situation going on right now, man, with this prison tour. It's like, I think the highlight of my career right now, homie. I had the opportunity, man, to utilize this music shit, man, to go and fuck with some of the niggas I ran the streets with, or some of the cats that I didn't know, or some of my relatives that are currently tied down, man, and at the worst point in their life right now, homie. So, we got like 10, 11 facilities that we're going to be going into, and I'm going to be chopping it up with a lot of the inmates. So it was important for me, man, to make sure I go back and acknowledge a lot of the cats, man, that's at the worst point in their life right now, doing a long round of time.
Well, that's one of the best things I heard so far. They going to let you record that?
Oh, yeah, actually, it's a couple of situations right now, that a couple of institutions, man, that granted us access, that they came back and trying to pull out of the situation. So the ones that we are currently still scheduled to go fuck with, they letting us bring the cameras in, man, and we're going to sit down and take our time, man, and make sure I allow the big homies to express their concerns and bring the world up to speed on their situation. So it's a responsibility of mine, homie.
That's big right there, man. I'm glad to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of the name Plies, I know that means something around the way in Fort Myers. Break down the science behind the name.
Name, man, it was a concept that we was using loosely in the streets for a couple of years, and the meaning behind the name is that's what we call cats that was getting their fair share of street money. And for me, anytime I allowed myself to pursue this rap shit full time, I just wanted to make a reflection and carry something from the crib that always reflect the crib. So the whole name of Plies, man, came from a slang term that we was throwing around, and that's just who we was calling niggas that was getting their share of street money. So I just wanted to take that name, man, and make sure that I always reflected where I came from.
Right. And niggas who get money get ladies, and I know you driving the females wild. You hip-hop's new sex symbol or what?
I think for me, man, this whole situation with this Shawty record, dog, and it was a blessing of mine, man, to be able to work with the homie T-Pain, man. He was a fan of my situation, I was a fan of his. So the whole concept behind the Shawty record, man, was him doing him and me doing me. And one thing I never shy away from is a hit record. A lot of motherfuckers ask me like, damn, dog, you think this record right here you just solidified your street credit, you just solidified your grind over the last 3.5, 4 years. You think you want this to be your first major look? And for me, dog, a hit record is a hit record. I don't give a fuck if I do it first, if I do it third. And for me, that record, dog, is a record. I'm just being me on it, and Pain being him, and not only do the goons like it, but the shorties like it.
With the love of the ladies comes jealousy, stalkers, and rumors, though. How do you handle the pressures of the game, and does that affect the relationships you have?
Me, dog, I'm always aware of the fact that it don't matter who you are as a person, homie. When you start obtaining success in life, it's a lot of shit that come with that. You know what I'm saying? It's no different if you nigga that's kingpinning where you from, or you a motherfucker that's climbing up the ladder in terms of being an artist. And the shit that I'm aware of is that the motherfuckers that's most unhappy with their situation is the ones that always try to critique another nigga's situation. It's always the motherfuckers who got 4 kids that got 4 kids. She the first one. She might have 4 kids and 4 different baby daddies. And she the main one, that the first one to jump off the gun and tell you, oh, that whole that ain't shit. So for me, I understand, dog, that the motherfuckers that are unhappy with their situations is the ones that's always gonna be the haters of the world. So I'm cool with it however it come, man.
Right. Speaking of the haters, I know everybody gonna see the Got Him Hating video and the Shawty video. Did you shoot that in Fort Myers?
No, actually, we shot the video. We originally was supposed to shoot the video in Fort Myers. They took my permits. They wanted me to do a video in an undisclosed area if I was gonna shoot at the crib. So for me, it was one of our biggest events going on, which is the FAMU homecoming week. So shit, if they weren't gonna let me shoot at the crib, I wanted to shoot it what made the most business sense for me, and I was doing it in front of 50,000 people. So it was a hell of a look for me, man, and the video turned out great.
You had fun?
It ain't really about fun with me, it's about making the consumers more happy in my situation. So I was able to go in to tell Tallahassee where a lot of people don't come to shoot videos, and by that to be a historical experience for them. I was more cool and more happy with the fact that they loved the fact that a nigga came to their city and fuck with them.
You know what I'm saying? My Planet Mars niggas just came from Florida last night with the bottom to the top gangsta grills. Yo, the track you got with Trick and Big on the hook, that's a problem. Where you get inspiration from to, you know what I'm saying, before you ride around?
For me, bro, I try to make sure that anytime I go in the studio, homie, it's a reflection of who I am as a person. Like, I ain't that nigga that go in the studio and stay in that motherfucker for 6, 7 hours at a time, or going there and every day I got to go to the lab. Like, I think anytime you force yourself to write music, it ain't true good music. So for me, I jot down my experiences as I move through the day. For me, I just had the misfortunes of my niggas called me from the crib since I've been in New York.
Right.
One of my homies just got killed the other night. So when I got all the information of the story, I took 4 songs out of that one situation. So for me, by me being able to talk about reality shit and shit that I'm going through on a day-to-day basis, I feel like I can't go wrong. It don't mean that I'm gonna sell 6 million records, but me staying true to who I am as a person, I'll never get outside of that.
Right.